What's up, Leo? Let's see what messages come out for you. Whatever comes out, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Leo placements. I saw the Lovers card. You could be dealing with a Gemini. There's something here about Gemini season or maybe that placement. Also, too, the opposite of a Gemini is going to be a Sagittarius. So you guys could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you'll be dealing with a Gemini during Sagittarius season. Okay, you guys start off with the Three of Pentacles, the Star, the Two of Swords, the Hanged Man. Here's that Lovers card I was just telling you about. Here's that Intuition I was just using with that High Priestess. Here's that Five of Swords. You guys could be dealing with an Aries. They did have the High Priestess, the Five of Swords, and the Devil here to the Ten of Cups. Some of you guys are obsessing over the idea of whether or not you're going to get married. And I feel like you are, okay? There's something here about a fated connection that's coming in. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, but I feel like if you're currently in a relationship, but like, let's say you just started dating someone within like the last 6 months, it feels like by Capricorn season, you guys are either going to be living together or your relationship's going to be more progressed, okay? It just feels like there's nothing but good things coming for you. Not only do you have the Ten of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune, but then you also have the Ace of Pentacles here tied to that, okay? So it just feels like you guys are on your way to successful, I'm hearing happy endings, okay? The Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Five of Swords. I'm hearing letting love lead the way. This feels like you guys are trying to figure out via intuition, regardless of whether or not you realize you're doing this, what's actually meant for alignment for you versus like what isn't. So a lot of you guys right now are trying to be in the Lovers, right? You're like, listen, I want to love what I do. I want to love who I'm with. I want to love the life I live, okay? And you're using your intuition because you're like, okay, like what feels right, what doesn't, right? And then you're like, yeah, I genuinely don't want this anymore. So a lot of you guys are looking to your intuition because no matter what, like you see how he's staring at the High Priestess. Some of you guys could be watching tarot like to get answers when it comes to some sort of connection that you're currently in. It feels like you and your person are doing really well, obviously. I mean, I'm telling you, come Capricorn season, some of you guys are going to be engaged or living with this person. But it just feels like you guys are utilizing your intuition because you want out of the drama. You want out of the competition. You want out of like just anything negative that you're currently having to face right now. And so it just feels like you're relying on your intuition to lead you to what is meant for you at this point in time. Some of you guys could be meditating. Some of you guys could feel like your intuition is on point. Maybe it's getting stronger because you're meditating. Some of you guys are watching a lot more tarot than usual because again, you're trying to find your answers. It feels like there's like a treasure hunt almost. Like there's a question you have and there's an answer out there for you. And so you guys are kind of like maybe playing a game a little bit with the universe, but like not in a facetious way, but like in a way where you're like, listen, Spirit, like I genuinely need answers, so help me out. With the Three of Pentacles here, I feel like you guys have new collaborations, new friendships, new coworkers coming in. It feels like whatever this is, I feel like people around you are kind of finally on the same page with you. I feel like people are finally getting it together. They're realizing, like, I feel like this is you guys, right? He's standing on this platform or this bench. I feel like you guys are bosses. A lot of you guys are managers. A lot of you guys are supervisors. A lot of people come to you for leadership, for guidance, and it feels like you guys are genuinely good at what you do. You may have had a couple of stragglers along the way, you know, causing resistance, but it feels like right now everybody's on the same page or will be getting on the same page. With that Three of Pentacles, the Star, yeah, I feel like things are getting better. So this is if you've been having any issues in your friendships or just with the people you communicate on the daily. It feels like things are getting better. There's like a healing energy here. Some of you guys need to talk it out with a friend or talk something out with someone that you may have had a falling out with. It just feels like this energy is just kind of like sitting there and waiting to be transmuted, okay? But it doesn't get transmuted until you guys kind of put your pride aside. Now, if someone has reached out to you and is trying to make amends with you, Spirit's saying like just to go ahead and like, I'm hearing entertain this just to hear what they have to say. Because again, you want to be able to transmute the energy, all right? You guys could be like in your head about something. You could be in your head about an Aquarius here, okay? Some of you guys too, you may not like where you work. And even if things get better, it just feels like a little too late. So you guys could have an opinion about somebody. It doesn't have to be necessarily work. It could be. But it just feels like you guys have made up your mind about somebody. and it's hard for you to like kind of get out of this Two of Swords here. As much as you're trying to like see past it, as much as you're trying to see somebody's efforts here, it just feels like you're like, yeah, I don't know. Somebody here feels stuck, okay? I feel like if you've been in your head about making a decision, you won't be in your head for very long. It feels like this is more of an internal thing. I'm surprised I don't see the Eight of Swords, to be honest. But it just feels like whatever this is, it's like you guys feel stuck at a crossroads. You're just kind of like, I don't know whether I should move. I don't know if I should quit. I don't know if I should start this business. I don't know if I should give them a chance. It just feels like a bunch of, I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of uncertainty right now when it comes to your future. There could be a lot of moving parts for you guys. And so you're just kind of like, I don't really know what's going to happen, but you're kind of just going with the flow. Some of you guys may have a Pisces placement, but it just feels like, whatever happens, you're kind of open to the energy, whatever that is, the good or the bad. You're just kind of accepting it with like a grain of salt is what I'm really picking up on here. I feel like Leo season was really good to a lot of you guys, but you may not see it like that, as some of you guys may have experienced tower moments. And so there've been like a lot of changes since your season, but it's like, again, everything's been working in your favor. So let's see what else for you. I know you can't see it, but it really is. I feel like there's a shift here. Some of you guys are going to end up moving like states by the end of the year. Some of you guys want to move cities. There's something here about switching jobs. There's like big, like, that's what I'm, yeah, there's that tower I was just saying. It just feels like there's big changes on the horizon for you guys, and they're inevitable. And so that's why you guys are like, you're going down the path of least resistance, okay? You got the Five of Swords, you got the Tower, the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the Star again. Yeah, that Three of Pentacles. Okay, so Spirit said what they said about the collaboration to the Six of Pentacles. If someone is genuinely trying to make something right with you, at least kind of give them that. They may not deserve it. Now, if this person's been like hella toxic to you, they genuinely don't deserve it. They did something that, you know, you can't forgive them for. Spirit's saying like, fine, that's reasonable, right? A lot of you guys don't want to hear somebody out because you've already heard it before. Four of Cups to the Ten of Swords. A lot of you guys are sad to see something end here. But it just feels like whatever this is, you're just kind of like, it's going to be for the better. Okay, so a lot of you guys may not be open to like talking to someone about something. You may not even be open to like, this is if you are putting in a 2-week notice and your boss is trying to talk to you and like trying to get you to stay. You're not having it. You're like, no, like I've waited all this time for you guys to offer me something, and now that I'm leaving, you want to offer it to me. So it just feels like you're kind of like reading in between the lines of somebody's like bullshit offer is what I'm really picking up on. With that Five of Swords to the Tower, some of you guys are gonna have to fight your way through something here, okay? There's been a lot of resilience I'm really picking up on from some of you guys here that have had constant tower moments. I feel like right now you're still going to be required to have this resilience. I feel like as these changes come, you guys are genuinely going to have to make those changes along with the universe. So you guys are going to have to co-conspire here. Five of Swords talks about beating out the competition. A lot of you guys as well, like there's people around you that are very petty that like to waste your time and your energy. Spirit's saying to use your discernment, because at the end of the day, the only reason this tower moment is happening is for the betterment of you. And so if you continue to deal with people that are just bringing you down or wasting your resources or your blessings here, then it just makes this tower moment that much harder. Like you guys just kind of need to release where you need to release and just let things go wherever you need to let them go. Okay, so it just feels like with the Tower to the Four of Pentacles, some of you guys, you're going to be holding on to something, and Spirit's saying like you can, but it's going to be a lot harder. So in a way, Spirit's just saying like, look, like this is for you. We're doing this for you. We're doing this with you. There's something here that some of you guys have wanted. You know, some of you guys are like, man, I really wish that I could be like a business proprietor. And what do you know? Like there's an opportunity in another state, but it requires you to have to let go of like your comfort zone, your loved ones. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's just what it feels like. It feels like you guys are going to have to let go of like comfortability here in the near future. If not, this is something that you're currently having to go through right now. A lot of you guys are feeling uncomfortable in your lives because there's just, again, like I was saying, there's like uncertainty here, but I just, again, picked up on that Tower, and it just feels like these changes are coming for you. No matter what, they're coming for you. And with the Four of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like this is all about your growth, okay, and expansion. A lot of you guys are looking to become more stable. And so the universe is trying to provide this Six of Coins here with you in order to co-create with you a more balanced life, more balanced energies around you so that, you know, you're not giving too much and people aren't taking too much from you. You know, a lot of you guys can be really generous, not only with your resources, but with your time and with your energy. And Spirit's saying, like, no more. Like, once this tower hits, it's like, you know, whenever a tower happens, I feel like that's when, like, a really big blessing is about to come in. And so it's like, it's up to you if you want to keep that blessing, you know what I mean? Or if you want to just squander it. So that's just what it feels like. But that's what I have for you, Leo. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you on the next one.